All right. Good afternoon, Ariel. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. So I've got your resume here in front of me. You are interested in some administrative positions of ours. So tell us, what have you been doing most recently for work?
Well, my last position, I just moved here to Florida. My last position here was a merchant services partner
Okay.
in downtown Orlando.
Okay, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about that role and what a typical day looked like for you.
It included a lot of different, doing a lot of different things, a lot of administrative stuff, but also customer service,
Okay.
reaching out to customers, making sure they're in compliance with certain things and certain documents that they need to be. A lot of administrative stuff as well. Taking care of different like mail, printer printing stuff, taking care of that kind of stuff, office stuff, pretty
Okay.
much. And that's a lot of what it included.
Okay. Tell me about your position when you were back in New Jersey, about the assistant management and administrative officer position.
Yeah, so I did work in a bank. It it involves a lot of office administration. I was an assistant manager there for a few years. And again, a lot of office management stuff, making sure things are in order, setting up meetings, setting up appointments, um, uh, setting up travel, trainings, for our entire staff,
Okay.
going to different meetings. As an assistant manager, I was the face while my manager was out.
Okay.
So pretty much just going to different meetings as well. Um, Scheduling different customers to come in and maintaining, also working with clients, but also maintaining and building on that relationship with them as well.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. And then, so you mentioned that you have the banking experience. Tell me a little
Yes.
bit more about your different roles in the bank. Were you front counter? Were you doing credit and collections? What was your role at these different banks?
Yes. So I've been in banking for 11 years, and I've done a couple different positions in there. I did start off as a teller. From a teller, I went on to do operations manager. A lot of auditing involved, a lot of compliance, regulations involved, um, training, making sure staff was in compliance with all those regulations and tests, and
Okay.
also things of that sort. We did deal with lending, getting documents in order, scanning and reviewing documents, um, for different kinds of accounts, business accounts, estate accounts, um, uh, personal accounts. In that, in those positions, we didn't really take anything with credit cards, but it
Okay.
was a lot of more on a personal aspect,
Okay.
like a little bit of lending in there,
Gotcha.
and
Understood. And when you were doing the merchant services, was that more of a call center type of environment? Were you making outbound calls or inbound calls?
no, no, no. It was more of like an administrative position.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not responsible for calls necessarily, but responsible for reaching out to some of our merchants that were not in compliance.
Understood. How many calls, like, or how many reach outs, whether it be via email or via phone, were you say where you were doing per day?
Per day, it was a startup company, so per
Okay.
day it could range anywhere from 3 to 5,
Okay.
and just resolving some of whatever issues they may have. I was also like the liaison between the customer and um, processors.
Gotcha.
So figuring out if there was an issue there, sometimes I would have to be on the phone for hours figuring out, how to fix an issue that may have arisen.
Okay. Gotcha. What computer software programs are you comfortable with and proficient in?
Um, Microsoft mostly, Office, PowerPoint, Excel, especially. Um, pretty much, pretty much those that I can think of.
Okay. Beautiful. Ariel, what's the most important thing to you about the next company that you work for?
I look for stability, and I also look for a company that I can grow in. I like to stay at my companies for many years, when possible, and grow within the company, and just looking for a company that I can bring my skill set to.
Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and then go ahead and chat with you a little bit more if that sounds good.
Okay, yes.